as we get into the program, reminding you that the State of the Nation address, well, everybody waiting for it. President Ramaphosa is expected to present this year's State of the Nation address to the tune of approximately 7 million rand. Amnesty International has voiced concerns. We'll have a chat with them about that a little bit later on your breakfast rush.
I hope you have popcorn seeds at home.
Popcorn.
You're going to need a lot of it.
Popcorn.
With some butter, salt, and everything else.
Yeah, and water to wash it down, because
the Department of International Relations and Cooperation confirmed yesterday that South Africa has been elected to a 2-year term on the African Union's Peace and Security Council. The term will
cannot afford proper modest wear. I am Bibi Aisha Lehe from Phenomenal Family, and I will be collecting gently worn abayas, scarves, and kurtas to help those in need. Please drop off your donations at the Al Ansar Foundation or call 031 208 1601 to contribute.
Almost 1 in 5 South African children attend school each day without having eaten breakfast. This seriously affects their ability to concentrate and understand lessons. The Al Imdad Foundation's Make Breakfast Possible campaign allows learners to enjoy a high-energy cereal at the start of the school day. Help children to focus on learning and not hunger. Let's make breakfast possible today. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
जीना लिख दे डूबे न कभी मेरा सफीना लिख दे जन्नत तो ठिकाना जन्नत तो ठिकाना है मगर दुनिया में ऐ कातिबे तकदीर मदीना लिख दे ताजदारे हरम ताजदारे हरम ताजदारे हरम चश्म रहमत बकुशा सूए मन अंदाज नजर ऐ कुरैशी लक़बी हाशिमियों मुतलबी ताजदारे हरम ताजदारे हरम क्या तुमसे कहूँ ऐ रब की कमत तुम जानते हो मन की बत्तियाँ दर फुरकत तो ऐ उम्मी लकब काटे न कटत है अब रतिया पूरी प्रीत में सुध बुध सब बिसरी कब तक ये रहेगी बेखबरी कारे बफगन गुज़दीदा नजर कभी सुन भी तो लो हमारी बतियाँ ताजदारे हरम ताजदारे हरम ओ निगाहे करम ताजदारे हरम ताजदारे हरम हो निगाहे करम हम गरीबों के दिन भी सवर जाएंगे हम ये बेकसा क्या करेगा जहां आपके दर से खाली अगर जाएंगे ताजदारे हरम ताजदारे हरम कोई अपना नहीं गम के मारे हम कोई अपना नहीं कोई अपना नहीं गम के मारे हम आपके दर पे फरियाद लाएंगे हम आपके दर पे फरियाद लाएंगे हम हो निगाहे करम हो निगाहे करम वरना चौखट पे हम हो निगाहे करम वरना चौखट पे हम आपका नाम ले लेके मर जाएंगे ताजदारे करम ताजदारे करम करो निगाहे करम ताजदारे हरम मैं कशू आओ मदीने चले मैं कशू आओ मदीने चले
Sayyid Hassan, that's his name, Tajdar Haram. The title of the recording in the background. Assalamu alaikum to everybody who's in and watching on social media, who's sitting in the car right now, driving off to hopefully drop the kids off at school nice and early so that you can still make it to work, to the office, to the factory floor, wherever on time as well. Assalamu alaikum to you. Take it nice and easy on the roads. We're talking South African government. We're talking State of the Nation address. We're talking 12 February. Today, 7 p.m. from the Cape Town City Hall. President Cyril Ramaphosa will deliver the State of the Nation address. The address will take place before a joint sitting of the two houses of Parliament. The address is an important milestone as it brings certainty to the country's political, social, and economic landscape. It demonstrates that South Africa's democracy remains robust. I'm reading from the www.gov.za website. Not my script, is what they say. There's been a story that came out that says it's going to cost the taxpayer 7 million rand.
Yeah.
I know they're going to substantiate that amount somehow or the other and say this amount was sponsored and this amount was donated and this amount came from this department and that amount came from that department and the 400 kgs of beef that we're serving was given to us by and that. It's going to come out. It's going to come out in various different ways. But here's a question that comes through on TikTok this morning. Says, how can you feed a child on 560 rand a month?
You can't.
The amount that,
Nutritional meals, not possible.
Chappie's bubblegum only goes so far. So 560 rand for a whole month. That amount comes from the grant. So that's where the story is there. 560 bucks a month for a child. Now, fast facts about the State of the Nation address. According to the government website, the Shona is divided into three parts. The first is the important public participation role in the ceremony where the Civil Guard of Honor welcomes the president and his guests as they walk along the red carpet. This is followed by a state ceremonial, which includes a 21 gun salute as the South African Air Force fly past, and finally the official address by the president. Members of the South African National Defence Force line the route that the president takes to Parliament. The Military Guard of Honor participates in the ceremony and the military band plays South Africa's national anthem. In the general election year, or in a general election year, 2 State of the Nation addresses are delivered. The State of the Nation address is one of the rare occasions where the 3 arms of the state, namely executive, represented by the president, deputy president, and ministers, the judiciary, represented by the country's chief justice and the judge president, and the legislature, represented by members of parliament, gather in one place. So the provincial and local spheres of government are also represented.
It doesn't make sense to me when you stand at a podium year after year saying that you acknowledge that your country has the highest unemployment rate. But then in the same breath, you're able to spend 7 million rands and you say that the major cost drivers are broadcasting equipment and services related to that purpose. Purely broadcasting equipment. Purely ICT.
Really?
That's what they've said. They've said that covers, and I'm quoting, all the broadcasting and all costs around ensuring that our information and communication technology infrastructure is fit for purpose. The City Hall is not costing us a lot of money. The major cost drivers are broadcasting equipment and services related to that purpose. That's what they've said. This is now from...
Why are we buying the broadcasting equipment? Why can't the various different broadcasters just bring in their own equipment?
But now if we're buying it, the next year we shouldn't spend anything.
Not at all.
What?
Not at all. So Parliament confirmed yesterday that today's State of the Nation address will cost taxpayers just over 7 million rand. But the Secretary to Parliament, Xolile George, said this is significantly lower than the cost of last year's event. George was speaking at a media briefing alongside National Assembly Speaker Didiza and the National Council of Provinces Chair Refilwe, who announced Parliament's readiness to host the event, saying the budget for this year is 7.025 000 and is largely driven by the cost of hiring, not purchasing. Hiring equipment that covers all broadcasting and related ICT infrastructure to ensure it is fit for purpose. Monli,
hiring, bro.
Aibo, just wait, wait, let me put your mic off. I need to ask Monli a very intelligent question.
Yes.
What is the name of the owner of the South African Broadcasting Corporation? Yeah, the owner, the boss, the owner. Government. The same one that's hiring. Hey, man. Hey, man. Yo.
Courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
It's the Breakfast Rush with Nisha.
Eid is coming and every child dreams of dressing up.
But sadly, many little ones might not.
Join me, Razia Rangwage,
And me, Fatima Karim.
as we race to clothe every deserving child this Eid.
For just 1,000 Rand, you can give a complete outfit. Zakat and Lillah welcome.
Call Outreach now on 031-208-1601 and bring joy to a child's Eid.
Every day's a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081-207-8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
يا من تجيب دعائي ناديت يا الله يا سامعا رجائي ضاقت بي الدنيا عاثت بي الأحزان والهم أضناني ما عاد لي حبيب لا كف ترعاني يا الله أدعوك يا الله أرجوك يا الله ما لي سواك يا الله رحمك يا الله ورضاك يا الله ما لي سواك يا عالما بعيوبي بالستر تغمرها يا رب من لذنوبي إلاك يغفرها يا ربي يا حليم انظر لأحوالي حاشاك يا عظيم أن ترفض سؤالي يا الله أدعوك يا الله أرجوك يا
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, the Democratic Alliance in KwaZulu-Natal has written to KZN Legislature Speaker Nontombeko Poisa, calling for an ethics committee inquiry into what it describes as recent deliberate and destructive attempts by the MK party to undermine the work of the legislature. Good morning, I'm Tabile Duma. The Democratic Alliance in KwaZulu-Natal has written to KZN Legislature Speaker Nontombeko Poisa, calling for an ethics committee inquiry into what it describes as recent deliberate and destructive attempts by the MK party to undermine the work of the legislature. This follows the suspension of several MK party members after what the DA said was riotous conduct within the House on the 15th of December last year. 36 members of the provincial legislature, including 35 from the Umkhonto weSizwe party and 1 from the Economic Freedom Fighters, were suspended and lost a remuneration for 5 sitting days from the 12th of January to the 17th of January this year, in line with the legislature's standing rules. According to previous reports, violence erupted at the KwaZulu-Natal legislature when a motion of no confidence initiated by the MK party to oust Premier Thamsanqa Ntuli failed during an open ballot. The situation escalated into chaos after Speaker Nontombeko Boysa announced that the motion had not succeeded, confirming that Ntuli would continue in his role as a premier. The business community has challenged the Msunduzi municipality to engage meaningfully with the sector before implementing further tariff increases, warning that continued hikes without visible service improvements are unsustainable. This emerged during a public participation session held at the City Hall yesterday, where municipal officials met with the business community to discuss the proposed 2026 and 2027 tariff increases. Business leaders placed a water and electricity supply at the top of their concerns, alongside the deteriorating state of roads and ongoing challenges at the Pietermaritzburg airport. They argued that the rising tariffs are being introduced against a backdrop of declining service delivery and a crumbling infrastructure. The Pietermaritzburg Midlands Chamber of Business Chief Executive Officer Melanie Vines said businesses were at the end of their tether after years of cumulative increases, particularly in water tariffs. Phoenix expressed alarm at the reported 66% vacancy rate within the municipality's electricity department, describing the situation as dire. In more news, Nomsa Masugu, senior investigator at the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, has accused the SAPS officers of wrongdoing for failing to report to IPID the murder of Emmanuel Mpenze, a Brakpan man whose body was found dumped in a dam with injuries in April 2022. Testifying at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, Masugu recounted that she first got involved in the case after a colleague's call from the SAPS Parktown, relaying a message that the deceased family came to complain that their son was found dead after police visited his home. She arranged to meet the family to conduct a preliminary investigation into the circumstances surrounding Mpenze's death. She testified that she went to Duduza police station to obtain the case docket that was initially registered as an inquest after learning that Mpenze's body was found in a dam near the township. She told the commission that she was puzzled by the police's action for not reporting the case to IPID, despite her finding Mpenze's driver's license and ID card in his pocket, which led them to his residence. Forensic investigator Paul O'Sullivan told the Parliament's ad hoc committee that in 2016 he was unlawfully arrested and tortured for 3 days. He said during this time he was repeatedly told that he would be in prison for the rest of his life and charged with treason while being subjected to filthy conditions. O'Sullivan's testimony also went into the disbandment of the Scorpions, a unit tasked with investigating and prosecuting high-level and priority crimes, including organized crime and corruption. And finally, thousands of protesters took to the streets in Argentina's capital, Buenos Aires, to oppose labor reforms that would restrict the right to strike and roll back employment benefits. Yesterday's demonstrations came as the country's Senate debates the legislation championed by Liberation President Javier Milei. The reforms are seen as an attempt to curb the power of organized labor. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 15 rands and 86 cents, to the euro at 18 rands and 83 cents, to the pound at 21 rands and 62 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 23 cents. Gold is trading at $5,055.45 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $69.83 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with your headlines at 7:30 for Radar and Sound News. I'm Tabila Juma.
First rush traffic.
Well, let's go play between the lanes. Superintendent Rauf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. We have an accident at a place called Biestakal. It's between Harding and Kokstad. Now here there's 2 trucks involved in this one. So there's going to be major delays in that vicinity. So please just allow for extra traveling time if you're going to be going in that direction. Vehicle broken down. They're busy changing a tire on the M1 Higginson Highway eastbound. As you go past the Morton ramp, it's on the right-hand lane. I can't understand why this guy could not drive it to the left-hand side. Your tire is punctured already. It's punctured. Take it to the side and change your tire. Now, it's on the right-hand lane, busy changing his tire. So that's very dangerous, guys. Please. So just be careful as you're approaching it. Stationary truck on the N3 westbound in the vicinity of Christian Center. Please approach with caution. Now, this is going out of Durban. As you go past the Brickfield ramp towards Sherwood, that's where you're going to find the truck broken down. Don't forget about the tree that's fallen over in Hendon Road in Kenville. The authorities have been notified. It's a big tree. It's blocking the entire roadway, so you won't be able to get through Hendon Road this morning. Keep moving traffic on the N2 northbound between the M7 and Spaghetti due to the roadwork that's in place. So allow for extra traveling time. The N3 as well, a bit congested as you come from Paradise Valley eastbound towards the Spaghetti. There's lane restrictions, so slow moving traffic here as well. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent. Right, with you, drive safely, and we'll catch up with you in a while on the show. Walaikum salam. There you go, 7 after 7. And that's your heads up on traffic. Remember, your WhatsApp coming through on 0609041056. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the State of the Nation address, which is the big news for today. Anissa says the State of the Nation address is just a frivolous waste of money for those on the gravy train to be lavish and make stupid decisions. This is Anissa messaging in this morning. Farida, assalamu alaikum. Ibrahim, absolutely beautiful kalam for a Thursday morning. Mashallah, long since I heard Thasbih. I'm glad you enjoyed it, brother. Assalamu alaikum, Sarah Bibi Mustafa. She says, I can hear by my window cars got Al-Ansar loud and clear in the CBD.
Beautiful, alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much for doing that. Quick ad break, and we come back. We're in discussion.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's the perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al-Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al-Ansar and the Al-Ansar Foundation.
Ramadan is around the corner and preparation starts now. Get ready for a blessed month with Ramadan specials at the Al-Ansar shop. From premium quality dates, refreshing Zamzam water, to beautiful Ramadan gifting ideas for family, friends and loved ones, Al-Ansar shop has everything you need to welcome the holy month. Perfect for iftar and meaningful gifts that come from the heart. Visit Al-Ansar shop today and prepare for Ramadan the right way. Call 031-208-1601 or visit us at 207 West Road in Overport. Al-Ansar shop, preparing hearts and homes for Ramadan.
I dedicate this month to you.
For the first time, I can dream again.
The Africa Muslims Agency Orphan Hope Program provides the food, clothing, and basic support needed by thousands of children across the world. Every child deserves a chance at a hopeful future.
For 15,000 trans, you can transform our lives with the AMA Orphan Hope Program.
Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
11 minutes after 7 on this Thursday morning. If you just switched in, welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al-Ansar. As South Africans prepare to hear President Ramaphosa deliver the State of the Nation address, Amnesty International South Africa has raised serious concerns about the country's direction. In a press release issued yesterday, the organization says unchecked corruption, rising violence, police misconduct, and ongoing human rights failures are leaving many South Africans feeling unsafe and unheard. From troubling testimony at the Madlanga Commission into alleged corruption within law enforcement to declining public trust in the police, high levels of gender-based violence and threats against human rights defenders, Amnesty says urgent and decisive action is needed. Joining us now is Amnesty International South Africa Media and Communications Officer Genevieve Quenzel. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al-Ansar.
Good morning, Nicole. Morning, Nazmira. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you on the show this morning. Now, ahead of the State of the Nation address, Amnesty says the nation is not in a good state. What, in your view, are the most urgent issues government must address?
Absolutely. Thank you, Nicole. Yes, as you said, we don't think it's in a good state. As we said, for many people across South Africa, daily life is becoming increasingly unsafe and uncertain. Corruption continues to drain public resources that are meant for public services, social upliftment. We're talking about economic growth, etc. And then on top of all of this, the public trust in the police and the justice system is steadily eroding. And all of this is connected. I mean, if we look at the issue of corruption, the draining of public resources because of that, the corruption within the police that we're hearing about at the Madlanga Commission, all of this culminates in a failure to provide basic services to people, which are their basic rights.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be water, fixing infrastructure, adequate housing, etc. And this is why this is the crux for us of the matter.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've highlighted unchecked corruption as a major concern. Nearly 4 years after the State Capture Commission report, what specifically has not been done?
Absolutely. We look at the president. I think the last time he gave an update on this was in June last year or July, on the implementation of the State Capture Commission recommendations. And then some of the big things, I mean, if you go back and look, we're still waiting for whistleblower protection, for the legislation to be strengthened. They keep saying it's coming, it's supposed to come next month. We still have nothing. We still see whistleblowers being harmed or being killed. There's a number of other legislations, but he talks about prosecutions. And we haven't actually seen big prosecutions on state capture cases. When we hear what's happening in the criminal justice system, it kind of makes you realize why. And we still have quite a few people who were implicated in the state capture report sitting in parliament, sitting in institutions in this country. And that's what shows that you're not serious about accountability. And now, while we're on the cusp of doing the Madlanga Commission, and we've got more recommendations coming, are we going to see accountability? Because now we see the criminal justice system is completely in disarray. And are we? So we're trying to say we haven't even looked at or finished with the State Capture Commission. How are we going to deal with Madlanga as well?
The testimony, as you're talking about the Madlanga Commission, the testimony emerging from the Madlanga Commission is deeply concerning. How serious are these allegations for the integrity of the criminal justice system?
They are extremely, extremely serious. And as we said, these allegations really strike at the heart of the criminal justice system. And this raises serious concerns about the state's ability to protect people and uphold the rule of law. I mean, the Constitution, the Constitution ensures that the state is responsible for the safety of the people living in South Africa. And when we see what is happening, how can we say that people are safe? There's a Human Science Research Council survey they do every year, and they look at public trust in police. It's never been extremely high in the last, I think they've been doing it since 2003. But it has steadily declined since 2022, and we're now at 22%. It would be very interesting. It's the lowest it's been in 27 years. It'll be very interesting to see what that survey shows for 2026, following the Madlanga Commission. because what's coming out of that commission and what's happening in the criminal justice system is very concerning. We have allegations of police sharing information with criminals, colluding with criminals. How are we supposed to trust the police if that's happening?
Genevieve, South Africa continues to face extremely high levels of violence against women. Why? Why do you believe government interventions have not been effective enough?
I think, again, that's where it comes back to what we're talking about. Firstly, the lack of trust in law enforcement. I mean, a lot of people don't go report cases of rape. We've seen cases how women especially are treated when they go try and report cases of rape. And so we don't have a deterrent to perpetrators because they know that, if they carry on to perpetrate these crimes, nothing's really going to happen to them. We already, when we look at the crime stats, the numbers are quite high, the numbers of rape and sexual misconduct. But those are only reported cases. The numbers are actually much higher than that from what experts in the field say. But it comes down to the state's responsibility in this, because we can't put it all on the state. We understand that. But because the police service, law enforcement falls under the purview of the state, the fact that we cannot prosecute, the fact that cases are not being reported, that the trust in police is low, that sits at the foot of the police, of the state, sorry. And we need the state to ensure that we have a law enforcement that is working so that it's a deterrent to perpetrators.
Final question for this morning. Do you think we'll hear something different from previous years today?
Probably not. And, what we're saying is fine. You want to check off your list of things to say, but we need actual action on those things. You can't come every year and tell us the same thing. And every year things get worse or this tiny improvement, but we don't actually deal with the issues. And this is our issue of accountability. Those who are implicated, those who are facing charges should not be sitting in positions. We need to deal with corruption in state institutions. We need to make sure that the money that is being siphoned off is going to the upliftment of the people living in South Africa and for basic services. And so we will just hammer on this every single year until things actually start to improve.
Indeed, I want to thank you for your time this morning and wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. You too.
That was Amnesty International South Africa's Media and Communications Officer, Genevieve Quintal, just highlighting, their concerns as Amnesty with regard to what's going on here in South Africa. Concerns about the country's direction, concerns about the findings of these various different commissions of inquiry and the implementation of the findings, the solutions, and of course, are we taking care of South Africa from an infrastructure point of view and all of those things? You've been quite vocal as well on our WhatsApp, Brother Fahim, saying any address to the nation is a waste of everything. They do nothing they outline, all just hot air, just take the money, back pocket jobs. That's Fahim. Listening in this morning. Aisha in Johannesburg, happy birthday to you. Rihanna Khan, a happy birthday for today from Samir with his du'as for you. Hope you have yourself an extremely lovely day. Shinaz Khan, a very happy birthday from Farooq, Zinat, Sabiha, Dada, and all your boobies.
And then Aisha says, Assalamu alaikum, always enjoying the breakfast rush. The audio streaming is cutting off. Please, Mondli, check it out.
All right. So we'll get, as she's calling on the help. Yeah. Mondli, please.
Assembly.
Make a plan. Salams, hope all is well. After the hailstorm, I was in Edenvale, Pietermaritzburg yesterday. Golf ball size hail. Wow, with pictures of it. Abu Bakr Khan, that looks golf ball size. Looks like it would do serious damage to a vehicle as well. Glad to know everything is safe and sound. A blessed day to everybody from Wahida. Brian Abraham sending his salams, as well as Ishmael Khan sending salams to one and all this morning. It's 20 minutes after 7. We'll come back with info From Vodacom.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
It's happening. Ramadan is almost here and Al-Ansar shop is ready. Fresh dates have arrived. Pure, blessed Zamzam water is in stock. And all your Ramadan essentials are waiting for you. From iftar favorites to thoughtful gifting ideas for family and friends. Get prepared early. Beat the rush. Stock your home with barakah and blessing this Ramadan. Visit Al-Ansar shop today. Call 031 208 1601. Al-Ansar shop, your one-stop Islamic shop.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
So they're calling it tech that wins hearts, and they say, we dare you to compare. Somebody's heart, as you can hear, has already been won by the Superbud Pro TWS earbuds. Compact, true wireless design. There's active noise cancellation, so you won't hear Nishal do what he just did. Bluetooth V5.3, up to 12 hours playback with the charging case for all day use. Fast Type-C charging and built-in microphone with smart device integration for your hands-free control. Get them today. Just unpacked in black or white. One at 189 rands, or get two. You can include me in that list. 349 rands. Get the snug wireless charging pad and clock whilst you're looking at their range. The clock is 10 watts, so it's got maximum wireless charging, dual alarm clocks, brightening adjustment, so you don't need glasses, 12 to 24 hour switch, charges one wireless enabled mobile phone. This is quite pretty. I'd love to have this on my desk. You can get one of these today at 299 rand, or get two for 550 rand. Imagine, it tells you the time and it charges your device smartly. We also have the multi-function bag with every gadget you can think of, all in a neat space. It's got the PD wall charger, it's got your PD car charger, a 1 meter Type-C to Type-C cable. It's got a power bank with an LED display and a beautiful desktop stand. Get the bag with all of these gadgets in it for 279 rand. That's it. 279 rand, or choose two. You can gift somebody for 550 rand if you just need the power bank. We've got you covered. 5000 mAh power bank with that LED display I was telling you about. 3 USB output ports. It's got a phone stand, circuit protection because you don't know when it's going to go tush, LED digital indicator, LED torch. It includes a suction pad. One of it, 99 rand, two for 179 rand.
Thank you very much for the information. And if you're looking for where you can grab those, Listen out.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0, Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
It's your Breakfast Rush on Radio Al-Ansar, broadcasting out of Durban in South Africa from HQ at the Al-Ansar Mega Building in the heart of Overport.
Stunning. You walk into the aroma of coffee only for the next 6 days.
I say mega building because yesterday, after a very, very long time, I took a walk through the various levels almost to the roof.
Your step count must have been very high.
It's a big building, this one, and there's just so much of potential that we're identifying within the building. It's beautiful, really.
Exciting.
So growth with your du'as, all of you that's listening in, growth with your du'as is what we're looking forward to. Always interesting getting your messages on WhatsApp. We've got a message from Roshni, who's in Pietermaritzburg, saying, salams to everybody, enjoying the show, soothing tracks. Thank you, Roshni, in Pietermaritzburg, for listening into the program. Salams wishing daughter Nadia Sardar a happy birthday. May Allah bless her with a long life and good health always. Rihanna. Talking about soft and soothing, listen to this.
पे है आलम फिदा बलगल उला भी कमाले ही ना हो खुदा अपना हो खुदा से जुदा कशफ दो जो भी जमाले ही हर वक्त में याद में तेरी रहूं हसनत जमी खिसाले ही हर पल ज़बा से ये विर्द करूं सल्लु अलैहि व अलैहि दिल में इश्क़े मोहम्मद नहीं है अगर कलमा सुनने सुनाने से क्या फायदा कल्ब में ज़ौक़े तैबा नहीं है अगर मक्के में आने जाने से क्या फायदा अर्श पे ताज़ा छेड़छाड़ फर्श पे तूफान धूमधाम कान जिधर लगाइए तेरी ही दास्तान है या नबी अल्लाह या हबीब अल्लाह दो जहां के ताजदार है मोहम्मद रसूल अल्लाह आपका गम उम्मत में रोना सारी उम्मत की किस्मत को खोल गया आप ही की जुबान से अल्लाह दीने हक सारे आलम में बोल गया जिक्र उम्मत मुलाकात रब में भी था मेरी उम्मत बस उम्मत ही उम्मत का.
It is a beautiful, beautiful recording, this one here from Danish F. You know the F that would stand for like Faluda or something like that, right? But I don't know what it stands for.
I also
right?
don't. But I love the voice, alhamdulillah. Nice tone for your Thursday.
Dawar Farooq, Ya Rasulullah, the title of this recording. As we get into 7:30, got to get you your headlining news, last look at traffic and all of those other lovely things that you need as you get up and go this morning. Also, what we managed to do was grab Sister Halima, not physically, we just called her, and she's in studio, and she's going to be telling us about this amazing initiative, which we'd love for you to be a part of as we get into and closer to those beautiful days of Ramadan. It's called the Deg Drive. We'll do all of that after this.
The Breakfast Rush. News headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, while the wheels for the State of the Nation address are set in motion, businesses around Cape Town's City Hall will continue as usual. The Office of a Chief Justice has placed Eastern Cape Judge President Selbin Benenge on special leave. And finally, according to a Sudanese Doctors Association, a drone attack on a mosque in central Sudan has killed 2 children and injured 13 more, amid a rise in similar attacks across the region. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabile Duma. It's your breakfast rush. Now, people talking about that recording that we just played prior to the... Yeah. They're asking for subtitles because it was gorgeous. It was beautiful.
The internet is your friend.
Hey, the internet. Let's bring another friend on.
This traffic report is brought to you by BYD Durban, proudly part of the Alpine Motor Group.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Last one for the morning. Assalamu alaikum. Superintendent Raouf, welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So much cooler day today, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
They must be here with me, and it's cool. We cool.
You saying here? Where is here?
I'll send you some pictures of time. You'll know where I am.
We need the location. We need to know what's for breakfast. A good couple of questions first.
All right. Tell us what's happening on the roads.
All right. The vehicle we spoke about on the M1 Higginson Highway is now gone, so traffic is flowing nicely in that vicinity. Accident on the N3 southbound after the Paradise Valley ramp. It's in the center lane, so there's going to be major delays. Remember, there's roadworks taking place there as well now. So between Paradise Valley and Spaghetti Junction is where your lane restrictions are. That's where your accident is. As you take that ramp, it's on the middle lane. But the middle lane is closed, but there will be delays in the vicinity. Just allow for some extra traveling time there. If you are coming on the N3, please. That's basically what's happening now. Don't forget about the road closure this Saturday, 8 p.m. N3 will be closed until Monday morning, 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
You will not be able to access the N3 from the city center, nor will you be able to access the N3 from Spaghetti Junction. You'll have to use the M7, M19, or the M13 to get past the Spaghetti Junction and join the N3 again. It's your final update.
So Fahim says, we cool now because we're going to get heated later with the talk from the State of the Nation address.
No, that one there, we got a fire department waiting there.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm not going to say too much about that. Sarah Bibi Mustafa Parag, Jazakallah for your very, very kind words. This morning she says, what a beautiful nasheed, beautiful words, beautiful words. Thank you very much. Now, Sarah, if you could send us the subtitles, because there's people on the other social media that's saying, we want to know. It felt, because you can feel it.
And you can feel it because I can tell you this much. It is praise to the best of creation, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And that is why no matter which language you hear it in, whether you understand it or not, it's going to touch.
So we want to talk about this really quickly. It's where you have the opportunity to sponsor a DEG for 1,850 Rand and feed the needy this Ramadan and on the day of Eid. Assalamu alaikum, Halima Asmal from our outreach department. Welcome to the Breakfast Rush.
Walaikum salam, and thank you so much for having me. My entire day has been made because whenever the TBR team calls me for interviews, I get super happy.
And she only responds to that twice.
Bring you into the studio because that's very difficult.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My apologies about that.
She ignores us on most days. But anyway. But listen, I hear tell that a DEG, like one, can feed up to, depending on the spoon size, up to 120 people.
Exactly.
So loads of meals out of one DEG.
So you're not just feeding like one family or one individual. You're feeding entire communities this Ramadan and on the day of Eid.
let's talk about last year,
Mhm.
right? Eid from 2025, the day of Eid itself.
Mhm.
I remember getting into the office around about 4:30 that morning. And it was way too early because the show starts like way later. But walking around
Mhm.
the cooking area, and on our site, there were, I think it was 2 cooks
Mhm.
and like 20 or 30 staff
Yeah.
that were there
Yeah, so
multiple
they
days.
actually
I've seen that.
start from 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I've seen that. I've seen it the night before.
Yeah.
They set up, and then the
Yeah.
cooking starts from 2 o'clock. And we are here early. The team's here early. We're involved in the cooking.
Yeah.
We're involved in the distribution as well. And it's such a wholesome vibe because, we do this together as a family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, remember, on the day of Eid, you want to be spending that time with your family. You want to be with them and just experiencing that morning, going for the Eid gas, driving around with the family, going and meeting other family. You're doing breakfast at one house, you're doing lunch at another, supper at another. It's a whole day. But we have our team and our family that's here from, as you've heard from Halima now, from 2 o'clock in the morning, starting up the fires, seasoning the pot, so to speak, and then an ingredient at a
You'd never
time.
find me cooking at home.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come here, we're helping to cook.
Yeah, she's a pot stirrer.
Yeah.
This one. So
The aroma on that morning is on a different level.
it wakes up the entire area.
Uh-huh. It does. And it's so wholesome. You feel that Eid vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not only the day of Eid.
It's not.
What else is it?
So it's every Sunday during the month of Ramadan. I know we have 5 Sundays this Ramadan. We're at the Solimandra's cooking yard early. We're there helping with the cooking. We're taking pictures and we're getting ready to go to different areas. And say at around 11, 12 o'clock, that's when we're done with the distribution for the day. We go home and then it's like home preparations and things like that. But that sacrifice that you make is so important, especially during the month of Ramadan. We're with our families all the time.
Yeah.
Now, these people, they don't get, these kind of meals constantly.
Yeah. So for a lot of the communities we go to, having a meal with meat, chicken, is complete luxury.
100%. It is a luxury. And, it's sad to say because it's so common for us to have meat in our house, have chicken, and to know that some people can't afford to have this.
It's heartbreaking when you're walking in those areas, and you drive in with your buckies and your trucks and the team and this, that, and the other, and you set up in a certain location, and you're going out and you're doing this distribution, not for name and fame, which is why you would very seldomly see people's faces in pictures and videos.
100%.
You will see videos and pictures purely because we are accountable to you, to the donor, to the sponsor, to the person that sends money through and says, listen, here's 1,850 Rand, here's a deg from me and my family, please go distribute it on our behalf. We put that information out there so you know that we did exactly that with your money. So it's accountability at the end of the day from our end. It's heartbreaking to see little children.
It is. That always gets us, eh?
The tiniest, the cutest little cutie pies, just there, and they're looking at this, this packet of chips and a sweetie and a juice and all of those things.
We don't just take degs, we take blankets, we take wheelchairs, clothing for, a lot of the reverts in areas like this don't have access to abayas and kurtas.
Yeah.
We take this for them as well.
So if you want to make a difference this Ramadan, get in touch with Halima and Swaliha and the rest of the team. In outreach, it's 031 208 1601. And they would be too happy to take you through the various different drives, because whilst we on the Breakfast Rush are talking about degs and feeding hundreds of thousands of meals, hopefully, on your behalf, the various different shows on the station are talking about other drives as well. We've got the pre-loved clothing drive.
We have our winter warmth.
Mhm.
We have able the disabled.
Mhm.
We have our sweeties, our sweet drive for the kiddies.
Yeah.
And most importantly, we have our Eid clothing drive as well.
Yes, I think there's also a water, dates
Mhm.
and water drive.
And dates at iftar. So the water and dates aren't only going to be for iftar, but
Mhm.
for Taraweeh as well. With summer, it's going to be so hot. So we are providing water for Taraweeh as well.
For me, going back to the deck drive quickly, seeing everyone, mostly children, just receive their food and immediately sit down and eat it is priceless. Because the first thing that comes to my mind is, okay, when last did you have something like this that you need to, sit down and eat it immediately? Or did you even eat today? I don't know.
So we're going to be going to various different areas. That's our intention. With hot, freshly prepared meals. So the meals are not prepared day before and then refrigerated and distributed, next day lunchtime. No, it's cooked on the day, that morning, loaded onto vehicles, taken to the area and distributed immediately.
Literally from the deck to their door.
We try our best. We might not get everybody's door. We go to a distribution point.
Yeah.
You come there, pick it up.
It's there.
It's walking distance for a lot of people. Halima, words of encouragement for that person that's listening in right now thinking, man, 1850 for a dig. How am I going to do this?
Now think about it, 1850 to feed large amounts of people.
Yeah.
And every single person that eats from this food, you are getting the sawab for that. You are getting the reward for that. And what better way than feeding people during Ramadan?
And if you work it out, if we average 100 people per day, you're looking at 18 Rand 50 for a wholesome meal for one person. How much?
I was today years old when I realized what you just said.
I'm just thinking, how much do we spend when we go
18 Rand 50
as one person?
When we go to restaurants, right? You're spending that amount of money on takeout.
No.
How much do we spend on
for 18 Rand 50?
meal
You get nothing in a
I mean,
restaurant.
I'm talking about
That's
the
cheese and tomato sandwich for 18
You
Rand.
can't even get that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
This is
Wow.
a proper meal, freshly prepared,
Right.
with so much of nutritional value for 18 Rand 50 per person.
This is what we do on your behalf. So telephone. Shanaz, I see your message. Shanaz says, please send us banking details. Shanaz, please telephone 031 208 1601. Ask for the outreach department and they'll take you through everything. Or go to our website. The banking details are on the website. For now, I can say to you, what you're looking for is the outreach Al-Ansar banking details, and it's an F&B bank account, and the branch would be Florida Road. So that's the one that you're looking for to make the donation on this one here. I'm so touched that listeners are already coming through and saying, right, send me info. I want to do this.
That is amazing.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you very much. Halima, you can go back to work now.
Thank you for having me.
Have a lovely day.
Come through. The Book and Media Center is open if you want to make your Ramadan purchases. I know I saw boxes of dates.
I saw some of them water.
Yeah. And all of that, all of your Eid and Ramadan essentials, you can get it right here at the Book and Media Center. It's 7:45. Come back just now.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's the perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
اللهم سلمني لرمضان وسلم رمضان لي وسلمه لي متقبلا.
At our bakery, freshness is baked into everything we make, from rustic sourdough loaves to soft paninis, cheese rolls, and gourmet donuts. Discover the freshest artisanal bakes, warm and golden straight from the oven. Ensure there's something fresh for every occasion, whether it's dinner, a get-together, or simply something special for the table. Visit our bakery at Checkers Saxony Westwood. Checkers Saxony Westwood. Butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Big city to big city. Winners wake up with the Breakfast Rush.
نبی کی جاں ابو بکر ہے علی شاں ابو بکر بعد نبیوں کے ہیں اعلیٰ بشر نبی کی جاں ابو بکر ہے علی شاں ابو بکر بعد نبیوں کے ہیں اعلیٰ بشر
میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن
میرے پیارے صدیق ہیں حق کی پہچان میرے پیارے صدیق ہیں حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن
میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن
عاشق نبی کے لیے وہ ہے تنبیہ دشمن نبی کے لیے وہ ہے شمشیر
حق 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 ہے صدیق
مل نہیں سکتی صدیق کی نظیر وہ تو ہے زمین پہ میرے آقا کے وزیر
حق 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 ہے صدیق
پہلے خلیفہ پہلے یار صدیق سارے صحابہ کے سردار صدیق پہلے خلیفہ پہلے یار صدیق سارے صحابہ کے سردار صدیق شان ان کی دیکھ کر ہے ہر کوئی حیران مولا 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 نبی کی جاں ابو بکر ہے علی شاں ابو بکر بعد نبی کے ہے اعلیٰ بشر
آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن
میرے صدیق سے ہے جس کی دشمنی اس سے راضی ہوں گے نہیں حضرت علی
حق 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 ہے صدیق
کرتا ہے صدیق کی توہین جو کوئی مصطفیٰ نے اس کو فرمایا دوزخی
حق 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 ہے صدیق
سن او منافق ان کا کیا ہے مرتبہ جس سے یہ ہے راضی اس سے راضی ہے خدا سن او منافق ان کا کیا ہے مرتبہ جس سے یہ ہے راضی اس سے راضی ہے خدا کیا ہے انسان ان پہ فرشتے بھی قربان مولا 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 مولا
میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن
صدق و صداقت کے علمدار صدیق جود و سخاوت میں دمدار صدیق
حق 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 ہے صدیق
دین مصطفیٰ کے مددگار ہیں صدیق جنگ کے میدان میں تلوار ہیں صدیق
حق 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 ہے صدیق
میرے مصطفیٰ کے وفادار صدیق ناموں سے نبی کے پہرادار صدیق میرے مصطفیٰ کے وفادار صدیق ناموں سے نبی کے پہرادار صدیق دین مصطفیٰ پہ جن کا ہے بڑا احسان مولا 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 نبی کی جاں ابو بکر ہے علی شاں ابو بکر بعد نبی کے ہے اعلیٰ بشر
آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن
قدموں میں نبی کے ساری دولت ڈال دی ان کے جیسا کوئی نہیں سخی
حق 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 ہے صدیق
زندگی میں ساتھ وہ رہے ہیں ہر گھڑی مصطفیٰ کے پہلو میں حاضر ہیں آج بھی
حق 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 ہے صدیق
وہ تو ہے میرا ایمان عاصم ان پر فدا میری جان عاصم وہ تو ہے میرا ایمان عاصم ان پر فدا میری جان عاصم ان کے جیسا کوئی بھی نہ آیا انسان مولا 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 مولا
میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان آپ کی تعریف کرے رب کا قرآن میرے پیارے صدیق ہے حق کی پہچان
आपकी तारीफ करे रब का कुरान आपकी तारीफ
Ghulam Mustafa Qadri bringing us up to 10 minutes before 8 this Thursday morning. Abu Bakr Khan. Assalamu alaikum, Shanaz. Shanaz, call the office 031-208-1605. Great show. Loving it from Pretoria. Sister Saraya. Wow. Pretoria.
That is amazing. Lovely.
She got more that she said. Nasdas doesn't want to read it.
I'm getting there. I was just going to say.
You're taking her time.
I'm excited to know about, come next week, the various different iftar times, Pretoria, Durban, etc. But to get to your message.
Isn't it within like 60 seconds, like the time difference?
No, not always.
No?
No, like I know Cape Town is about, I think, an hour after us. So interesting to know.
A whole hour?
Yeah. Time of sunset changes. So, going back to Soraya, she says, just want to send a shout out to my daughter, Firdaus, a birthday wish for Sunday. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answer your wishes. Love from the Khan and Isib family.
In Pretoria. Nice. So, listeners from all over the country, various different parts of KZN, all over the planet, really. We do get people interacting with us from outside of South Africa's borders, which is absolutely amazing. Knowing that we're speaking to so many folks that are spread out over the planet it's amazing, honestly. To me, I think when I started in broadcasting, I said this the other day. The first radio studio that I'd worked in still had tape decks. Tape deck, like cassette player. Yeah. So that was a while ago. And then the big reel-to-reel machines.
Okay.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to Google this thing and show you a picture.
No idea.
Right? Big reel-to-reel machines, cassette players, and then turntables.
That I know.
For your recordings to be played. The adverts were on the reel-to-reel machines. And you had to set them up, like pull the reel out and send it through the machine, the device, and come out to the other reel, and it goes in there. To see how everything's evolved over these many years to a point now where we're basically sitting in what looks like an airplane.
Pretty much.
Am I allowed to say the word on air? That's what it's called, right? So control center. There's just knobs and buttons and slides and computers and keyboards and everything these days. Okay, so on my right, on the bottom end here, there's a CD player, but that's a backup in case something goes wrong.
Would you say there were more technological glitches then? So
it was analog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more.
So you had a cable going from here to there. And if there was a problem, you take that cable out, you put it in the bin, put another cable in, problem solved most of the time. Now, you digitally routing and rerouting and looking for this and trying to get that, and you can't see the physical connection.
So you got to make contact calls to the right people.
Yeah, you got to be an IT engineer in order to do broadcasting, which is an interesting development. But it's evolving in this amazing manner where all of these decades later, I'm still sitting in a studio behind a microphone talking to you wherever you're listening in from. But how's this? Facebook, YouTube, and the station's TikTok is on at the moment, and people can see what we're doing in the studio.
Beautiful. And you take that and you extend it to all of the multiple times it's shared across the board, copied onto WhatsApp statuses, put onto groups, and the reach is unconditional, really.
And that's the evolution of radio.
Alhamdulillah.
It started off with a tiny little signal from the shore to a ship. And then the railways were using it until somebody decided, let me try and play a track on it. And then people decided, or they realized, okay, hold on, there's some potential over here. And it just grew and grew and grew to the point now where me sitting in Durban, South Africa, is talking to somebody on the other side of the planet.
Bless. And who knows where we'll be in 2036?
2036? Ooh. 2036, it might be a hologram. Hey? Might be we might be able to hologram and sit down next to you in the car while maybe the car's gonna drive us to work. Hey?
Maybe we'll be able to get the aroma of the coffee you drinking from there to here. Who knows?
That's her story. And mind you, she doesn't drink coffee.
No, I do. Just not like the way you do. I must feel for it.
Daily.
No, not
Daily. It's the juice that gets the engine started.
That's orange for me.
That's it for the program for this morning. Thank you to everybody that's been watching on socials and listening in the radio or through the radio in the home, in the car, in the kitchen. Like some of you tell me on WhatsApp, the radio's on in the kitchen.
I've heard that a couple of days ago. Someone said to me, I'm trying to rush. I'm making my son's lunch. I'm making my husband's lunch. And I'm listening and I'm trying to rush to my phone, make sure I WhatsApp you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Part of your lives, alhamdulillah. Just like how you are part of ours.
Oh, absolutely. That's the truth. So yes, to you guys that are watching on socials, thank you very much for being there. We're going to cut off the videos in a second. We need to get your news ready from Johannesburg. So let's do this again on the socials tomorrow morning for a Friday edition of your Breakfast Rush, where we take your Darood count. And we're looking forward to grabbing those numbers, putting them together, and then pushing it out to the brothers that are counting for the country. Now, Saida is sending through times for Joburg, Cape Town, Durban, Port Elizabeth, and there's a significant difference
pretty much
in timing.
Add the other 5 provinces to there, there'll be much more. Speaking of timing, your Salah times for today on the 23rd of Sha'ban: Zohar 16 minutes past 12, Asr 51 minutes past 4 this afternoon, Maghrib 49 minutes past 6 this evening, and Isha 11 minutes past 8 tonight. Have a lovely day. Be the best